Hello, lovelies. Let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile, I like to say. Okay, we're going to begin by using this skull I got from the 99-cents only store. It was $1.49. And this apple barrel plaid acrylic black paint. You could spray paint this, which I would suggest, but I just used what was on hand that I have. Now, if you are using the acrylic paint, it took me about 3 coats to make sure I get a really good coverage. And I wanted to make sure I get front, back, all the way up on top, and I made sure I got into the cracks. After it dried, I got some of this treasure gold. I love this metallic gold. It looks like a gold leaf. So beautiful, and it doesn't take much. And that is also by Bogart and Plaid. Beautiful. I put more on the tips of the horns. I did add a little more gold, and then it just dry brushed all the way down. So I do the whole entire skull, front and on the top. I did not do so much of it on the back because you're really not going to see that backing. But you want we're going to see more texture on the teeth and on the cheekbones. I did not put no gold in the eyes. I wanted it to stay the dark black and give it that high-end brassy look. Oh, it's so beautiful gold look. So after it dried, I'm going to put the backing. It has a backing where you can hang on a wall. And I just glued that backing. I put that wreath, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. And I just added some glue on there and then put that backing right there. And you know what? That wreath fit perfectly with that backing. And then I just put some glue right there on the tip of the nose of the bone. So now that that's stained, I got my Mod Podge spray adhesive, and I did like a good coat of spray on the whole entire skull. I wanted it to have more of a shimmer look, like shiny, so that has a glossy look once it's dry. So after it dried, I'm going to add some of these flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut a bunch of them. And I used the purple. I love this like bluish, I don't know, it's like a midnight blue, purple, dark purple, midnight blue. Beautiful color of flowers. And I'm just going to add some whites, some purples, and that midnight blue. I don't know, I'm going to call it midnight blue. And you can glue the stems in there in the styrofoam, but I started just putting the stems right into the styrofoam, and it didn't go anywhere. It was really simple just to put them in there, but you can glue them if you like. So now I'm just putting them in there, and I'm going to go on the same way I did to one side, I do to the other. And then I put 2 purple and 1 of the midnight blues right there up on the top. So after that was done, I got me some creepy cloth, and I got this at the 99-cent store, but you can also find this at the Dollar Tree and at Walmart and Hobby Lobby, Michael's. So many stores carry creepy cloth during this time of year. And I got the pipe cleaner, and I just cut 3 pieces, and I in the middle, tightened it together, and I glued it right there on the top back center of my wreath. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the sides. You can use this for Halloween, or if you like the Gothic look in your home, this would be beautiful. I've seen some of these wreaths at Michael's when I went, and Big Lots. I've also seen them at Hobby Lobby for Halloween, and yeah, I thought this would look so beautiful and budget friendly. So it could be like a Halloween look or an everyday look if you're into the Gothic theme. So high-end looking, gorgeous, and it does not take much to make. So what I did was on the bottom, I just looped them in, and after I looped them around once on the sides, I crisscross underneath the beak of the bone nose. I did it twice. I flipped them through twice, and after I flipped them through twice, I'm sorry, I said once, but it's twice. You flip them through. See how you push through? Wrap it through there, right to the bottom, and then I'm going to crisscross. Tighten it up, straighten it up to the where you want it to lay and what makes your eyes smile and you happy. You crisscross, and after you crisscross them, then you're going to loop them one side to the other. I hope that makes sense. After you crisscross them, I added 2 more midnight blue flowers. And now what I use is, I'm always using things that I have on hand. I like doing that. If you like that kind of thing, that's me. I get these flower stem pieces and I cut them, and then I fold them in half and I use them as pins. You can use floral pins, but I don't know. I like to use what I have. After I did pinned where I wanted my creepy cloth to lay on the wreath and drape, I just kind of unevened the bottoms and let them lay naturally. And there you have it, my creepy wreath. Isn't that beautiful? I think it came out high-end and gorgeous. If you love the Gothic look, this came out amazing. You can choose whatever color of flowers you want. It could be black roses, all white roses, all purple, up to you. But this came out absolutely beautiful. I hope you like this one. Okay, we're going to begin by using this Dollar Tree round sign. Take everything from it off, and then I'm just going to remove the string, and where the holes are, I'm just going to use Dollar Tree spackle just to fill in those holes. Now this, I'm just getting some of this paper that I had in my stash. I love that it had the roses and the skulls on it. And I'm just going to trace a circle right around it. After I trace, I'm just going to cut that circle right out. So now I'm going to get some of this Mod Podge adhesive spray. I love using this stuff. I love it, love it, love it. I'm telling you. I'm going to spray behind that paper circle and on top of the circle sign. Once they're both sprayed, I'm going to place them right there, that paper on top, and I'm going to try to press all the wrinkles that I can out. No matter how much I try, I don't know, one always sneaks by. I don't know what to say. So now I'm just spraying a little bit on the edges where I want it to stick a little more. And then after it does, and I get all the wrinkles that I possibly can out, I'm going to go over it with some Mod Podge, and I'm using the matte finish. And I'm just going to go over it once. See my little wrinkles and bubbles? I end up pushing those bubbles out, but I still end up with 1 or 2 wrinkles. What do I say? What can I tell you? Set that aside, let it dry. And now I'm getting these bones that I got from the 99-cent store. They were $1.49. And I'm just going to use the hands. And I'm going to mark where I want them to be cut. I'm going to cut them, and they cut really simple with scissors. They're not too thick, and they cut really easy. See? Now I have my two hands. So now I'm going to spray paint both hands with my Krylon Fusion black paint and then let them dry. After those are out there drying, I'm getting my little spider ring. A little spider ring was gifted to me. I got a pack in a mystery box. Go check that video out. I will leave that card up there for you if you want to go see. And I'll leave that link to that video in my description box. Along with my friend Catherine, a perfect place to start. She had my name, and this is one of the items that she sent me in my mystery box, were little spiders. Thank you, Catherine. So now I'm painting them with the treasure gold, and I'm going to paint that whole entire ring. I use that sponge brush. I use that sponge brush dowel to hold that ring in place as I painted it. Now I set that to dry. This fabric ribbon I got from Joann's. It was $15 on clearance, but you know what? It was so worth it. Beautiful, beautiful ribbon. But you can use any ribbon you have on hand or what you might want to use. But I love this ribbon. I have my bedroom. I'm doing it in a Gothic theme bedroom. And I thought this would go perfect with my bedspread that I have. It's black and gold. So all I'm doing was gluing it around. I cut around a piece of TP roll. And all I'm doing is making cuffs. I got this Beebeecraft pearlescent flowers chain. I don't know. I call it a chain, pearls. And all I'm doing is I cut two off. I know I talk weird. I have to interrupt that. I talk weird. I cut two of the little florets off, and I'm just going to glue them as if they are beautiful buttons. If you don't have this, you can get any buttons you like. Beautiful brass buttons would look beautiful on there. Wood buttons, rhinestone buttons, gorgeous. But I will also leave that Beebeecraft link in my description box for you also. So now I'm using this, I don't know, it's a lace that I got from Walmart, and I just sewn it on the top, an easy run, a run stitch right on the top. I squeezed it, tied it, or it was halfway. And now that it's there, you don't have to use it like this. You can just glue your lace on to this little circle foam I got from the 99-cent store. You get a bunch of them. You get 12 of them in a pack. And I love using these for different things. So now I'm just wrapping my lace ruffle right around that styrofoam. After I cut it, I did cut it. I'm sorry if I did not say that. If I'm repeating, sorry for that too. I'm all over the place. So now what I'm doing is I'm just wrapping it right around there, and we're going to glue it. And the reason why I'm doing this, you don't have to, but the reason why I chose to do this is because I want my ruffle to be able to stand up instead of falling down. So when I glue it this way, it's going to give me that effect of a man's ruffle out of his sleeve. You'll see. You'll see what I'm doing. I know I'm a nut. Sorry. So now I'm just going to glue that styrofoam right above this edge of one side of the toilet paper roll or the TP roll. And I'm just going to put some glue right there on the top, the side where the buttons are, because you want it to look like the buttons are on the side of the cuff. So when you glue this, make sure you angle it to where the cuff, you look at your buttons and you want your buttons to be to the right. And there you have it. So now I'm adjusting the ruffles onto the back, and see how it looks like it's coming out of his sleeve? That's the look I'm going for, a ruff out of the sleeve. And then you want to make sure that there's a hole, that you still have the hole on the top, and there's a space where you can put your skeleton arm through. So now we're just going to put quite a bit of glue right there on the arm. Don't worry, because when you put it through the hole, that glue will catch and it is spread throughout the tube, so then it'll stay really nice and tight. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So now I'm going to get some more of this material that I've had in my stash, and it was from an old blouse I had. And I just cut pieces of it because I really love the flower material, and I thought I would use it for this. The lace I did get at Joann's Fabric, and I'm just going to glue. You can use any lace you have. It doesn't really matter. But I got mine at Joann's if you like this one. And I only bought half a yard of this. It goes a long way. And I'm just going to glue it right to the top of my toilet paper roll and wrap it around and glue it. After that's glued, I got that material that I have. You can use any material. You can also find this kind of material ribbon as a ribbon. And I know that Hobby Lobby carries it and Joann's does. Or you can use any fabric that is to your liking, that makes your eyes smile. So now I'm just going to put that right there on the other half of that roll. I always like to get the edges, and I put a little bit of glue, fold it over to close up that seam, and then I'll put some more glue on the edge and then wrap it around. Now this black lace ribbon I also got from Beebeecraft, and I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to wrap it around where the lace meets the material and kind of give it like a bracelet type of cuff look. I added some glue, a little dot of glue where that little flower was, and I added one little pearl flower right there to match our gentleman's cuff buttons. And now I'm adding some more glue to my skeleton hand, and I slip it right in there, and it, gosh, it just fit perfectly. Isn't that beautiful already? Oh, I love it. I always say I love it. I think that's my favorite word, is I love it. I don't know. I'm probably driving myself crazy, so I'm probably driving you crazy every time I say it. But I can't help it when I love something. When I like something and my eyes are smiling and my heart is singing, I just say, oh my gosh, I love it. But oh boy. Okay. So now I'm just going to dry brush some of that gold onto the skull hands. I was going to leave them all black. You can if you want. But I wanted to see a little more of that detail of the bones. So I thought, I'm just going to dry brush some of this gold lightly on there. And I thought it really made the hands and the bone joints and everything stand out a lot more. I was very happy with it. I'm telling you, I love this treasure gold because it's kind of like the gold leaf without messing with the gold leaf. I don't know, that stuff is always so frigid, it's just so, ugh. But this is so nice to use, and it shimmers beautifully. So now for my ring for my gentleman, I'm going to use some glue. And yes, I know I'm using white glue right now. I ran out. I ran out of my clear glue. So I just used what I had right now on hand, and it was my white glue, and that's what I'm using. But now we're going to let that dry, and after it dried, I went around it with some more of that gold, and then I did like 3 coats of the gold on the ring to give him a gold ring. Now I'm adding some glue to my circle sign, and I added my arms on there. I'm just say arms. They're so beautiful. Isn't that romantic? It's romotic. It's romotic. It reminds me of my handsome devil. I'm dedicating this one to my handsome devil. Our anniversary is October 28th. Yes, it is. We love Halloween. We love the Gothic look. And our theme was, for our wedding was, till death do us part. And that's what this kind of reminded me of, is our theme of our wedding. And I thought this is perfect. So this is going in my Gothic room. This would be great for that type of wedding or engagement, or even in your home for Halloween, or for even if a Gothic home. I don't know, just I love it. So romantic. I call it romantic. I don't know, romantic. Beautiful. I added some of those flowers. All those flowers came from the Dollar Tree. And now I'm going to add some more lace from Beebeecraft. And I just cut a little bit of it, put some glue behind that sign, rubbed the glue, smear it so it gets really good onto that lace. And I love using that makeup brush. I mean, I'm telling you that save a nail, save a finger from burning, right? That's what I always say. So after I did that, I got pieces of paper that came off of that circle that we cut. And I just cut them in little rectangles and put some glue, more glue down, and then put that right on top, just so it gives that lace a really nice, strong bond. And there you have it. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. And I love that you can see the skull in the middle of those flowers, just underneath their hands with the rose. Oh, gorgeous. Tell me which one's your favorite, number 1 or number 2. So beautiful. I love you, my handsome devil. That was my cake topper that I put in the picture in the beginning. That was our wedding cake topper. Oh, right there. See? That was our topper. Oh, memories. Well, I love that you joined me today. I hope you enjoyed my Gothic theme. It's a Gothic Halloween theme, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, please check that playlist out. Visit all my friends for some wonderful Halloweeny for Leeny inspiration. If you like Shabby Beautiful, check out Leeny Shabby Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, I am joined with a lovely friend so we can give you some Shabby Beautiful. I post weekly videos. It was my pleasure crafting with you today. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes. Till next time, be kind to yourself and others. I'll see you in my next video.